All right, so our company is Crystal Edge Technology Screens, and the new company which we're working on right now is called, oh, don't let me forget this on camera because I do this all the time. This is our Black Series Edition.com. All right, so yeah, I'm doing so much right now, so a lot that I have to do. So anyway, in this demonstration, we're showing you certified screens versus our technology. We get this all the time. We go to forum sites, and we have people in there who have these screens. Now, keep in mind, in this demonstration is not to put down any of this technology whatsoever. All the technology we have here is actually fantastic technology. We're just showing the difference of how our technology compares to the high-end, expensive certified screens on the market. Keep in mind, the technology we're developing under the Black Series Edition will be probably we're thinking about under 600 to under 500 in that area, like somewhere in that area. I know I said 500 yesterday, but we have to calculate exactly cost. We want to make sure that we cover ourselves and we don't end up with nothing in the end. So keep in mind, even for under $600, this technology is still going to be outstanding and incredible on just about every level you could possibly think of. Consider the fact that I have people that are investors for my company who have a clientele that want to sell the product at $3,000 a quart. That's what they want. But we're going to do it for under 600, under 500 in that area. That's what we want to do. Other than that, under the digital and crystal, we ended that company so long. Under the Crystal Edge technology, all that's been dropped to under $300. So we want to be the most affordable company on the face of the planet with the most high-end technology on the face of the planet. So this is why we're doing the certified screen display. So we have this on our website. And again, the companies who make these screens, it's not just landing your product in any way whatsoever. This is a comparison demonstration. That's what it is. So basically, we're going to show off white levels, we're going to show off contrast, we're going to show off color as we're going to display. All right, so let's begin. Now, also too, the reputation that our technology under the Black Series Edition has, that it can literally turn a certified screen near white, because our screens generate a ton of light. On top of that, they produce higher colors and so forth. So I'm not going to tell you what's on the screen, but you'll figure it out. All right, first what I like to do is we're going to show off our white levels. Now, when I show off white levels, I like to show this off because it's not to show who produces the highest white level. There's a certain tone that we're looking for in these certified screens that you have to give off in order to be able to produce white levels, contrast, and color. It's called the perfect balance and allows the screen to be able to transition from one end to the next. All right, so let's go. And projector, we're using the demonstration real quick. We're using a Chrissy LW501i. This is a 720, sorry, my fault. This is a 1080p projector. It is a 2012 model, very old projector. So we're not using anything fancy, 4Ks, no lasers, none of that stuff. All right, and let's begin. So white levels, let's go to our white levels next. We want to make sure that our product is not coming up so dark you can't see it. We don't want that. We don't want it coming up like the black surfaces or paints and stuff like that are not tested. We don't want it coming up like that. Okay. Now tomorrow we're going to be doing more demonstrations on the 39 because we don't want to overshadow with this company over the other one. So we're going to be doing some demonstrations on 39. We're going to be setting up outside, 150-inch, $140 BenQ short throw projector. We're asked about that quite a few times about short throw projectors being used outside. We're going to be doing we have a 39 in the next room hanging from the window. We're hanging from the ceiling. We'll be doing some demonstrations on that. And the ceiling over top of us has a 180-inch 39 embedded up there, so that's pretty cool. So we'll get a chance to show those off tomorrow. We have to update our videos on our website. So what you're seeing here, you're seeing that our technology is not producing that dark level as we showed you with the black paint, black fabric. It's maintaining this white level that it's designed to do. All right, let's get a couple more. Let's grab our snowflakes for Christmas music. I'm going to have a demonstration trying to pop up. Then well, there we go. I knew we were going to get it sooner or later.
Why are they so bad? If I would have used Kayak to book our car, we could have saved on our trip instead of during our trip.
Kayak. Search one and done.
Get ready.
I need all the heroes that you get.
Here we come.
All right, there we go. Now I add a few extras in there with the certifies. Now our technology produces, like I said, an amazing white level for a screen that's very dark. These are black screens. Also to produce this amazing color and contrast. Alright. We're going to keep these videos at 20. So that way we can have, keep them short and sweet. Alright, let's go over here and let's grab the snow dog, or snow wolf. Someone corrected me and said, hey, that's not a dog, that's a wolf. Keep in mind, foxes, wolves, dogs are all descended from the exact same thing. But we're not talking about that, we're talking about the demonstration here. Now it shows you in the demonstration where here clearly our technology, like I said, has the ability to produce and maintain an amazing white level without becoming so dark you can't see it. Now, the 74 screen has to be to do more than just show a white level. It has to be to show color. So what we're going to do is, we're going to come over here. We're going to pull up the Skyworth video. It has color, white levels, contrast, everything in there. All right, let's grab this right here. Now you see from the first beginning, on the title screen, contrast levels are not pulling. That is the transition. Back a minute on that, just for a minute. So you can see that there is the black levels pulling up. You have to go from black to white. That's the transition. This one's go from white to color. Now, even like I said, we're trying to pick our price point. I'm thinking probably around under $600 is probably what we're going to go with. Because like I said, we have to make sure that we're not going to lose our shirts on this. So even under $600, comparing that majority of these screens up here, are going to cost you anywhere from $800, $900. The more expensive ones, $3,000, $5,000 for 100 inch screens. 32 ounces of the podium we have here will paint a screen size over 150 inches. Now imagine, if you're going to spend $2,000, $3,000 for a screen for 100 and the 150 inch part, you're going to keep in mind this technology we have here is ultra short throw compatible, where these screens we have up here are not ultra short throw compatible. We have to use a special screen which we have back here to show it off. No ambient light controlled environments, no expensive 4K laser projectors required, as I've seen a lot of the certified demonstrations. A 2012 $270 projector. Now, what I wanted to show you was white paper, white paper, white paper, white paper, and white paper. When I explained to you that the technology we have here has the ability to generate white light so high, colors so perfect, and a contrast level that's unmatched, that it can make a certified screen look like a white sheet of paper. That is a white sheet of paper right there. These are gunmetal technology. So we have a selection of everything. We have some lighter screens, we have silver screens, we have mid-grade screens, and we have gunmetal. All right, let's go over to a color change out. Underneath, show the colors. To a slow color change. Now this is going to show the colors changing back and forth to see which screens are going to be able to maintain their colors. And keep in mind, our technology is marked under $600. I know I said 5, but let's do 6 now. Sorry about that. Due to the fact, like I said, it costs some money to make this stuff. Not cheap. But even at the $600, like I said, extremely cheap than you going out and spending $3,000, $5,000 for a projection screen. And if my investors had their way about it, it'd be $3,000 a quart. Because, again, they have clients that'll pay for it. But we're not trying to go in that direction. We want to go in the direction of having the most affordable screen on the planet and where it doesn't cost our customers a ton of money. So you're not being told at the end of the day, if you want to get that screen, you have to have a special screen for that one to work with ultra short throw. And those ultra short throw screens can become extremely expensive. I'm having some concern about this screen, and I'll tell you why. It looks like it has a reflective coating. That's the concern I have about it. It does. The screens that have reflective coatings have to be in the front, because it's not fair, because what happens is they have that narrow viewing cone effect. You turn to this side, they go a little darker. And we want to make sure everything is even Steven. That's better. And some people will do that in their demonstrations. They'll take the screens that have the narrow viewing cone, they'll stick them on the far end, knowing what will happen is when the projector hits it, that screen will automatically go darker. It has to be in line with the projector to be fair. So that's why I make sure all the surfaces are laying nice and flat, so we don't have any problems, and that the screens that basically have the more high reflective surface that'll basically have a more of a narrow viewing cone, we stick those right up in the front so they don't have any issues, so that way we can have a fair demonstration. That's why I read through all the pamphlets and everything that comes with them, because these screens are never supposed to use on ultra short throws. And I do see people using these screens on ultra short throw, and you're not supposed to do that. It darkens the screen. That's what happens. Now we have ultra short throw samples just for that. But these we don't use on ultra short throw. You don't never supposed to take these outside, because none of these screens are designed for outside use. They have their own special screens for that. All right, let's go bring up our contrast levels. Bring up some contrast levels in here. So we'll start off with the basics of Starfield Screensaver. Now we don't expect for the Starfield. Why did I say Starfield? I want Screensaver, not Starfield game. Is a Starfield game on here? Like, oh, I gotta see that one. I don't expect the lighter screens to do exactly well in this demonstration. Lighter screens like Firehawk G5, screens like that have that kind of silver coating, we don't expect for them to pull contrast over all that well, because they don't. They usually have that issue. Where the gunmetal screens are supposed to pull up a heavier contrast, because those screens are much darker. Of course, they cost more money. The darker the screen, the more expensive the screen. That's how it works. So they do advise you, if you're going to be using 4K projectors and all other different form of laser projectors, that they advise you to use one of much darker screens than lighter screens, because lighter screens have a problem with issues with contrast. With those particular projectors will have the very high, if you have a very expensive projector with a very high contrast, the contrast is going to show up a lot better on a darker screen than it is on a lighter screen. That's what advisors are using 1080p or certain types of projectors. They advise for darker screens. That's why gunmetals were developed. That's why the mid-grades were developed. And that's why if you go and you look at the selection of gray screens evolving from Elite Screen, Cinema Gray, all the way up to the Cinema Gray 5D to the Dark Star 9. The Dark Star 9 is the most advanced technology they make because it is a much darker screen. That's why I explain to people, when people are telling you that the lighter products, no. In the certified world, it doesn't exist. It's the darker technology that is the most expensive. If you go to AVS forums, do your homework. If you don't believe me, go to AVS forums, do your homework, talk to them over there, and they'll tell you right from the door. No, if you're going to use a laser projector, if you're going to be using high-end projectors, you have to be on a darker screen. Now, when you look at the price range under Elite screens, the Cinema Gray being a light gray screen is around $800 for 100-inch. The screen you have for the Cinema Gray 5D or 3D will run between $1,500 and $1,600. Some of you may be getting for $1,300. And the Dark Star 9 is a whopping $3,000. Why? Because it's the darker screen. It maintains a higher contrast level, produces a nice white level because of the reflective coating, and because of that darker contrast, produces a much richer and darker image. Well, I should try richer and darker colors, better colors. Now, compared to a white surface, any one of these screens could wipe them clean with no problem. All these screens are proven over a white screen. That I do say at the end of the day. Over untested products that we've seen, great products that we've seen on the market, yes, easily. This is why you don't see them doing these demonstrations, because they can't pass it. That's why. Our technology is 100% black, so we don't have that problem. We can maintain white levels, we can maintain our contrast levels, and we can maintain color with no problem. And we can do it in a fully lit environment. Now we're going to do a basic demonstration here. Let's go with the this right, or did I butcher it? We need to be in that contrast. What's this one right here? Oh, nothing there yet. The president who does some very serious.
At Raymore and Flanagan's anniversary event, you'll save with special pricing on our anniversary collection.
Shortness of breath is one symptom that can last for months after.
Perfect example about being able to transition from contrast, transition from white level, transition to color. If you're producing too high of a white level, you can't transition. This is the reason why I'm going to do demonstrations. I like to show the white levels first, that bright white, because that gives us an understanding exactly if the screen is generating too high of a white level, it's not going to be to see contrast and color at the same time. That's going to be an issue. And even with the 5,000 lumen projector standing behind me, it's not going to help you. The higher you go in the lumens on your projector, the faster the rate you will wash the screen out. Now, we've done this in dedicated theater rooms to show you that it doesn't go well. And before we go through the process of converting the dedicated theater room back to its natural state, we're going to be doing something pretty interesting in that room. So I'm going to take one of the motorized projection screens I have downstairs. We're going to coat that with the black formula. We're going to paint behind that screen a white screen, half gray screen, and then we're going to roll that up and down, and you'll see all the light push off that screen, splash around the entire environment, even hit Mr. Mannequin in the behind you, And we'll show you right there why. Also, too, it is an extremely bad idea to put a screen that's other than a black screen or technology in your home theater setup or your dedicated theater setup. So before we convert the room back to normal. All right, I'm gonna grab a little bit of this. And then we'll go back and we'll get some other contrast demonstrations. It's just gonna give us contrast and color. Like I said, any one of these technologies are going to do fantastic, much better than a white screen. But our technology is not white. You're dealing with a screen that can produce a 100% black level. And that's the most important thing when it comes to your home theater setup. Contrast is everything. Why don't I put that into my subscription box? Because that'd be so much easier to do. So much easier to do if I do it that way. Let me go over and see what we have in our description box over here. Right, stuff that we collect. These are videos we collected in a description box. All right, good. Because we don't want to run down our time here. Because it's the video I'm looking for. If I'm going to make a short video, maybe we can bring that up. Take that up, bring it up right there. See if we can see. I definitely do this one. I want to do the OLED horse. Demonstration. We got the time. Right, come on there. I'm going to keep it at a certain time. Something's bugging me. It's bugging the heebie-jeebies out of me. That's better. Oh, crap. We hit the middle of it instead of the back end of it. Where are we at on this? Let's see. That's the one we don't want. Let's get that out of there. Didn't see that. It should have been right there for me to see if there wasn't even there. It's showing you the comparison of our technology versus certified screens. And usually when you do these tests, this actually confirms on what your product is worth. And the reason why we're doing that the whole video, we're doing parts of it because again, I have to put as much as possible because I'm a certain mark I have to be at. Test demonstrations are always going to be longer, but this right here, we've already done all test demonstrations. Can't go over a certain time. We have to hit a certain mark. I'm trying to see, I'm looking for a particular demonstration, know which one I like to do, but if we can't do it, we got time. I have to make sure I mark that into my my subscribers. So that way I can always get to it anytime I want to. I'm always searching for that one. Never seem to find it. Oh, that's another demonstration we definitely have to do. Alright, let's see if we can find it. If we can't, we can always click something else. Okay, we're going to find it. We're going to go into, let me see, videos. Let me see something for a minute. See if we can track it here. If we can. If not, we can go elsewhere. Not a big deal. Easier when I have the voice system over here. Found it. This is what we're hunting for. I like this demonstration because the contrast levels are truly really dark. And that's why I like doing this one. Perfect. This is exactly what I need.
Just because your business gets complex doesn't mean it has to get complicated. With Asana, adapt to new business needs. Automate workflows, connect global teams, gain real insights so your team can light the world. Try Asana.
And mind you, in the demonstration, white sheet of paper, white sheet of paper, white sheet of paper, and there is a white sheet of paper. When I explained to you that the technology we developed here basically can produce a level so high that it can turn 9 certified screens near to a white sheet of paper. Can't compete with a screen that produces a 100% black level and also can receive and understand white light and color. The whole purpose of the gunmetal screen is to develop a screen that can see a better contrast level, better color, and maintain its white level. That's why it has a reflective surface attached to it. If you notice, when it comes to technology and screens, they're not going down to lighter screens. They're going up to darker screens. Dragonfly, darker technology. Black Diamond, darker technology. The more advanced technology is darker. You don't see any one of these companies coming and saying, oh, we got this all white screen here. We got this light gray screen here. No, they're going and leading toward darker technology. Daylight. That's the first dark screen I've ever seen them design. First one. That's the technology there. And what makes that interesting is the fact that Diamond saw that years ago. I'll give them credit on that. They saw that technology years ago when he was developing that. So now everybody follows behind them. Everybody has those darker gunmetal screens now. Because Daylight has never had dark screens like that. For Daylight had like mid grays and light grays and silver and white screens. That's what they had. Now all of a sudden they got this darker screen. Now their theory is that you can't use ultra short throws on darker screens. That's what they believe in. But it's not true. We have black screens. We use ultra short throws on here all the time. No problem. And we don't spend a lot of money for them. Let's go over to LG Jazz demo. Let's look at that real quick. Now I like this demonstration because in this demonstration, basically anywhere where the screens can't see contrast or color, they're going to turn light. If I were to use any of the certified screens, if I had a white screen, I would go with daylight screen, and I would go with the Dark Star 9. Those are the two I would choose. Because they're going to produce the best contrast, they're going to produce better color, and their white levels are going to maintain. Not to move it about the other screens, but they're not going to be to compete with the darker screens over there. Those are the screens that are going to cost you $3,000 to $5,000. The question for them at the end of the day, how do you compete with the technology that produces a 100% contrast level, can be used with different sorts of projectors, no knockoffs, can function outside without a problem, no calibrating, no ambient light controlled environments, can paint a 10 times bigger screen size for less money, and it costs way less than what they're producing. How do you compete with it? You can't. That's why when we were developing the technology, we weren't testing against white screens. We were testing against their screens. We were going out and buying the best that they had to offer, or ordering it, and testing against their screens. We could dominate a white screen easy. The question is, can we take their screen over? When they were developing their technology, they were testing against white screens. Because again, that's the screen they're going to bump into if they're basically trying to sell their products. But we did both. So that means that if I walk into an environment where their screens are pretty much at, we can go in there and overpower their screens. And save the consumer a ton of money while doing it. You have to think about the big picture. See, why I was doing a little back and forth thing behind closed doors, we always think of the big picture. So that technology right there can walk into any facility I choose. And say that company only deals with this particular company. We can walk in there and say, look, this is my technology versus theirs. This is how much my technology costs. They will automatically break and sign on with us easily because we will save them thousands of dollars. What kind of projectors are you guys using? Oh, it's a 2012 Christie projector I got for $270 off eBay. When with their setup, they probably paid about $4,000, $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 for that projector. See? That's why we consider it to be a threat to them. But at the end of the day, like I said, I do respect their technology. I always will. At the end of the day, and it does exactly what it's designed to do. This technology up here, the certifies are designed to do exactly what it's designed to do. Overpower white screen, produce a better image, give you better contrast, give you better color. That's what they're designed to do. The problem is next to our technology, they don't pick up. So, let me show you. That in the center, that's a white sheet of paper. Oh, sorry. I got it mixed up. I couldn't tell which one was which. That's not to be rude. I literally couldn't tell which one was which. That's the white sheet of paper. I literally thought that was the white sheet of paper. See what I mean? Like how I got it mixed up? That's the white sheet of paper on the far end. I got it mixed up. I'm pretty sure, right? Yeah, this is the white paper. No disrespect to you certified screens, but I literally couldn't tell which one was which. That's the white sheet of paper. That would be the certified. This is the certified. That's the certified screen right there. See, two different screens. But next to our technology, we turn them all one color. But you can see they're two different screens. So this right here, it's going to have a better vantage point. This is going to show better than this one. This is going to produce better color, better contrast. It's going to be much better. But next to our technology, if I can get these things to stop sticking so well, How come they stick to well together, but when I get up on the screen, it doesn't want to work? We need it against our technology. You can't tell one from the other. That's why the Black Series is considered to be extra. I told you it's a very powerful screen because it has an extremely high white level. Even when you're seeing black push to the screen, that screen is generating white light constantly all the time. And a certified screen, if I were to go into a meeting and again a bid was up, we can literally go in and take a white sheet of paper, lay it against your screen, and we can make your screen turn white. Who do you think the company's going to decide with? Us. I should do like a shell game, but not that'd be disrespectful. We're not trying to disrespect these screens in any way whatsoever. But I'm just trying to give a clear understanding so they understand that at the end of the day that, again, when we explain to you that our technology is far more advanced, we're not joking with you. We're not lying. We're telling you the truth on that one. And anytime you want to go into a test facility, you want to check it out for yourself, you let me know. As for, what do they call, Dream Media. Same thing I was talking about the Dragonfly. I like the Dragonfly, beautiful technology, but I guarantee you, next to this technology, we can turn it into a white sheet of paper. And that's not being disrespectful, that's telling you the truth. All right. Like I said, Dragonfly, it's a beautiful screen. Right next to a white screen, yes, it would show definite improvement. But again, we're not white screens at the end of the day. This is our technology is different. So we can show you what we have against the board. That's an 8. And again, then we have another version of the screen here. Not to disrespect you in any way, just to show you at the end of the day that the product is different. Oh, I forgot, that's white paper. This right here is a Seymour AV 1.3, very high silver screen against the black technology. Now I think the problem is when it comes to the certified screens, and again, because they have this, the darker screens have this kind of reflective coating. And the reflective coating is used so they can maintain their white levels. Because again, like I said, the minute you make a screen darker, those levels are going to drop. This is all white sheet of paper. Oops, sorry. Oh, that's something else down there. Okay, cool. All right. So, but they have to have it. They need that because without that reflective coating, the screen's going to come up really dark. That's one of the downsides, but basically when you make screens darker, you have to either maintain your white levels. And the reason why they don't make black screens, because their theory and what they're stuck on and they can't get around is that, and I've talked to people at ABS and people that are highly professionals in this field, that the reason why you don't see a black certified screen because they feel that a black screen does not have the ability to maintain white light. It can't do it because the screen's so dark. So that's why you see a lot of demonstrations of people trying to develop black screens will sit in these dark environments because the screen will have an issue trying to maintain white light when it's sitting in the dark and it's trying to generate through a screen that's black. So they don't think it's possible. So the guy sat there and said to me and said, you know, if you figured this out, you're a millionaire. Because to the certifieds, it's impossible. But it's not. Because you're looking at it right there. So right here we have, what is this screen anyway? That's not it. Oh, I forgot. This is a DMP Supernova right there. This is the Blade or Infinity. They're about $5 a piece. And then over here we have the Dark Star 9 right there by Elite Screens. Has a 0.9. Like I said, if I were to choose which ones, this is also 2 gunmetal, I would go pretty much with the Dark Star 9. Because the Dark Star 9 has less of an angle gain effect. That's what I would choose. If I was choosing this screen. Which one would be my favorite? That would be the Dark Star 9. I like daylight screens. That one makes a very good screen also too. Now, actually, the people from Seymour AV, I've spoke to them. Very nice people at the end of the day. Like I said, down to earth. That's one thing I respect about their screens. Very nice, down to earth. At the end of the day, they are. Most of the companies I've talked to are quite rude. All right, this is Seymour AV. This is, I think, the matinee black right there. You can see that on there. Okay. And then after that, this video went a little overtime here, people. I didn't mean to go that far over, but usually just take a little bit more. This right here is a matinee black. So one is a matinee black, one's a matinee black. It's 0.9. Let me see. Here we go. See, matinee black. You can see it, 0.9. And this one over here is DMP Supernova. DMP Supernova samples are not easy to get. You can't just walk into a store, you can't go to a showroom. You literally have to talk to the people themselves to obtain that. That's what I had to go through to get them. We did try to get the Firehawk G5, but in a nice way to put it, we never got it. Just put it that way. We did try to get the Dragonfly, but again, we never got it. And again, we know how we stand on the level with Diamond at the end of the day because, you know, Diamond's a bit of a touchy area. So for those of you, we had somebody bring it up in a forum site. I was talking at an open mic and somebody said, what about SL Screens? Kind of late to the party on that one. Been there, had the party, drove off, and done other things by then. So that's done. All right, we're done here. My name is Kenneth Bird. Our company is Crystal Edge Technology Screens. The new company that's coming out is the Black Series Edition. That's what you're seeing right now. This right here is the complete cinema. It seems going to be amazing in your theater room setup. So wherever else you're going to put it at. All right, what do we have to do next coming in? Oh, I think we're done with this section. Here's our pile of stuff laying over here. Oh, I know what we have to do next. Gray screen paint products. That's next because that comes up too on top of that. The difference between our product and gray product. So we have Bear. I got to go pick up my giant slip silver sample downstairs. And we got the black one coming in soon, which I'm excited about that. All right, we got to come back in. We're going to do gray paint comparisons to our technology. Got to go. Thank you all, and God bless. Oh, of course, give praise to our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. We give praise to our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for blessing us with amazing technology. Got to go. Thank you all, and God bless again.